Hello everybody. Now welcome to my video lecture. Myself Dr. Poorna Bose, working as a professor and HOD in physics in Government VYT PG Autonomous College. Now today I am going to deliver one lecture which is included in the syllabus of MSc second semester paper 1, and it is in the unit 2nd of our college, that is in the syllabus of Government VYT PG Autonomous College. The topic is formulation of wave function, Green's function, the Born approximation and scattering amplitude, and then we will derive the expression for validity of Green's validity of Born's approximation. Now let us start with the topic, first topic, that is formulation of wave function for the scattering cross section. Now let us start with the topic, general formulation of scattering theory. Now the time dependent solution of Schrödinger wave equation for central potential VR is given by minus h cross square by twice m del 2 plus VR bracket closed psi equal to E psi. Let it be equation number 1. It can also be written as psi RT, which is equal to psi R, psi function of R, e raised to the power of iota E into T upon H cross. That is, we have separated the radiant part and the time dependent part. Now this is equal to e raised to the power of iota k dot r plus psi s function of r multiplied by e raised to the power of iota et upon h cross. Let it be equation number 2, where psi s is equal to f function of theta and phi e raised to the power of iota kr plus g function of theta and phi e raised to the power of iota kr, which is equation number 3. Now psi r denotes the incident wave and psi s denotes the outgoing scattered wave. The first term of equation number 3 shows outgoing scattered wave, while the second term represents the incoming scattered wave. The stationary state solution of Schrödinger wave equation is therefore psi function of r equal to e raised to the power of iota k dot r plus psi s, which is represented by equation number 4. Now comparing equation 1 with this equation, that is h0 plus h dash of psi equal to E psi. Now we note that the perturbation operator is h dash, that is the Hamiltonian, and h0 is the unperturbed Hamiltonian. Now h dash, which is the perturbed term, is very small, or smaller than E. h0 is the unperturbed Hamiltonian. The unperturbed Schrödinger wave equation. The Schrödinger wave equation can be written as minus h cross square by twice m del 2 minus e multiplied by e raised to the power of iota k dot r equal to 0, which is equation number 5. So the Schrodinger equation now can be written as minus h cross square by twice m del 2 minus e multiplied by psi s equal to minus v function of r e raised to the power of iota k r plus psi s. Now we can write this equal to minus vr multiplied by psi r, which is equation represented as equation number 6. Now here del 2 plus k square psi s equal to twice m upon h cross square multiplied by vr psi r, which is equation number 7, where k square equal to twice me upon h cross square. Now substituting twice m upon h cross square multiplied by vr psi r equal to minus 4 pi rho function of r, which is represented as equation number 8. Now equation 7 and from equation 7 and 8 we have del 2 plus k square of psi s equal to minus 4 pi rho of r, which is equation number 9, where rho r is source density for divergent spherical waves. So as the higher time derivative do not appear in the equation number 1, the values of psi for all r and one particular terms, that is t, suffice to determine psi for all r and all t, both earlier and later. Also, as the wave equation is linear in psi, the solutions can be superposed and the solution between psi and at different times must be linear. Accordingly, if psi s1 and psi s2 be the solutions of equation 9 belonging to the density functions ρ1 function of r and ρ2 function of r and satisfies psi s1 is of the order of f1 e raised to the power of iota k r upon r and psi s2 is of the order of f2 e raised to the power of iota k r upon r. Let it be equation number 10. Then the function psi s is given by summation of psi s1 plus psi s2 is also a solution of equation 9 belonging to rho function of r, which is equal to ρ1 function of r and ρ2 function of r, such that psi s equal to f e raised to the power of iota k r divided by r, where f is given by f1 plus f2. Let it be equation number 11. Now, in the solution of this equation can be found by adding solutions for simple point sources of unit strength. So, rho function of s equal to integration delta of r minus r dash multiplied by rho function of r dash multiplied by dr dash. Let it be equation number 12. Now rho r is arbitrary density as it's as a sum of point sources and delta function of r minus r dash at point r dash. Now, in order to express psi s as a function of rho r, we make use of the following relations, that is del 2 plus k square function of g r r dash equal to minus 4 pi delta r minus r dash. Let it be equation number 13, where g r r dash equal to exponential iota k absolute value of r minus r dash upon r minus r dash absolute value. This is equation number 14, where g r r dash is called Green's function. Now, as psi can be expressed by linear superposition of psi, it must satisfy a homogeneous integral equation of the form psi s equal to integration of g r r dash rho r dash d r dash. Let it be equation number 15. Now, where g r r dash is asymptotic to a function of r of the form 11, equation number 11. The asymptotic form of g r r dash can be easily found if absolute value of r is large compared to absolute value of r dash. Then it is clear that absolute value of r minus r dash is of the order of absolute value of r minus r dash dot r upon absolute value of r. Let it be equation number 16. Now, which is equal to r minus r dash dot r upon r. The error involved in the approximation can be made arbitrarily small by choosing absolute value of r sufficiently large. Thus, equation 16 becomes g function of r dash g function of r dash equal to exponential iota k multiplied by r minus r dash dot r upon r divided by r multiplied by 1 minus r dash dot r upon r square plus higher order of this function. As r tends to infinity, we obtain g r dash is of the order of exponential iota k multiplied by r dash dot r upon r multiplied by e raised to the power of iota k r upon r. So, writing k dash equal to r into k upon r, we obtain g function of r dash equal to e raised to the power of minus iota k dash dot r e raised to the power of iota k r upon r. The first term in equation 17 depends upon the orientation of k dash relative to vector r dash, that is, it is of the order of the form f function of theta and phi. Thus, equation 17 represents the asymptotic form of Green's function and represents an outgoing wave. Now, this is the value of g r dash function of r dash, and it is given by equation 17. So, the outgoing wave, it shows the outgoing wave and represents the solution of scattering problem of unit intensity at the point r dash. Now setting rho function of r dash equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi multiplied by twice m upon h cross v function of r dash multiplied by psi r. So substituting the value in equation 8 and 14 and 15 gives, equation number 15 gives psi s equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi multiplied by twice m upon h cross square integration of v function of r dash psi r dash multiplied by e raised to the power of iota k r minus absolute value of r minus r dash upon absolute value of r minus r dash divided by r minus r dash multiplied by dr dash. Let it be equation number 18. This is a part of wave function produced by the scattering potential psi s. Scattering potential psi s is an integral involving the function e raised to the power of iota k absolute value of r dash divided by r minus r dash absolute value, which represents just a spherical wave that spreads out from point r dash with wavelength lambda equal to 2 pi upon k. The amplitude of the spherical wave is proportional to the product v function of r dash multiplied by psi r dash, that is jointly to the strength of the interaction and amplitude of wave function. So the total wave function psi function of r equal to e raised to the power of iota k dash dot r dash plus psi s, which is equal to e raised to the power of iota k dash dot r dash plus m upon twice pi multiplied by h cross square integration of v function of r dash psi function of r dash e raised to the power of iota k r minus r dash and absolute value of r minus r dash divided by r minus r dash. Now the value of psi s is equal to minus m upon 2 pi multiplied by h cross square multiplied by e raised to the power of iota k upon r and multiplied by integration e raised to the power of iota k dot r dash multiplied by v function of r dash psi function of r dash d multiplied by dr dash. Let it be equation number 19. This yields for the scattering cross section. Now scattering cross section sigma theta phi is equal to f function of theta and phi absolute value whole square, which is given by this is equal to m upon 2 pi h cross square whole square absolute value of integration e raised to the power of iota k dash dot r dash v function of r dash psi function of r dash multiplied by d r dash and whole square of this term. Now, which is equation number represented by equation number 14, where f function of theta and phi, this is given by m upon 2 pi h cross square e raised to the integration of e raised to the power of iota k dash dot r dash multiplied by v function of r dash psi function of r dash d r dash. Now this is known as scattering amplitude. Now which is represented by f function of theta and this expression, that is f theta scattering amplitude is given by f function of theta and phi, which is equal to m upon 2 pi h cross square multiplied by integration of e raised to the power of iota k dash dot r dash multiplied by v function of r dash psi function of r dash multiplied by d r dash. Now let us start with the topic Born approximation. If the scattering takes place from the scattering centers which are localized but are weak enough such that the scattering does not take place at large distance from the scatterer and scattered wave is weak in amplitude, the Born approximation can be used to determine the scattering amplitude and square of which gives the value of differential scattering cross section, that is sigma, which is function of theta and phi and is equal to f function of theta and phi absolute value whole square. So for the application of Born approximation, v is very small. Let the source point be at r double dash, then the total wave function is given by psi function of r equal to e raised to the power of iota k r minus m upon 2 pi h cross square integration of g r double dash v function of r double dash psi function of r double dash multiplied by d r double dash, which is equation number 21. Replacing r and r dash in the above equation, we get psi function of r equal to e raised to the power of iota k dot r dash minus m upon 2 pi h cross square integration g function of r